What is going on, Exo community? Exo here, and today, people, we're going to be doing low tier legends. This time, we're doing Golurk. We're on episode number 5. If you guys haven't already, I will put the link down to the playlist. Well, I'll probably put it above. You'll probably see it right now. But Golurk, Golurk's pretty fun. It is probably one of the most threatening Pokemon because with combination of Earthquake, and Stab Poltergeist, there's not many things that switch into it. I mean, those are probably the scariest moves to verse during a game in general. And when the Pokemon has both, and they're both Stab, and it's coming off of a really strong attack stat, that is very scary. So I did set up this last time. It makes it a little easier for me. It's not going to be as high production as usual, but it makes it easier for me to get more videos out to you guys a little bit faster. I know I haven't done one in a month or two, but it's been very busy. But I should be able to do more. Anyways, so going over stats real quick. We have HP at 89, attack at 124, defense and special defense at 80, and special attack and speed at 55. So it's not bad. It hits like a truck. If you could send this thing in on something that either doesn't outspeed naturally, or won't be able to take a hit and won't be able to kill it in one hit, something has to switch in, and something's taking a ton of damage. And there are a few counters that kind of annoy Golurk, but we'll go over it. We'll go over it later. Don't remember if I put it in cons, but we will definitely talk about it. So yeah, very solid attack stat, and okay bulk. It is a little weak, honestly. It's very weak to Scald. Not 4 times, but I'm saying, like, you don't want this thing to get burnt, so you never want to stay in on a water type. But yeah, that's basically with every ground type. So that's like Seism said. For pros, we have, it has some pretty good abilities. It has Iron Fist, it has No Guard, and then I believe its third is Klutz. Now, Klutz you're not gonna really be using unless you're doing a pretty wacky set. But Iron Fist is super good, and so is No Guard. No Guard Poltergeist is a super good combination, and it makes it very hard to switch into, because usually with Poltergeist you have it has a chance to miss. It can't miss if it has No Guard. So yeah, again, has over 120 attack, very strong, just like Sock. Very strong Pokemon here. Great coverage. I'm pretty sure it has like a crazy amount of coverage. Like, you name a type and it probably has coverage. Let me actually check real quick if it has like Play Rough. Okay, it doesn't have Play Rough. That would probably be under the improvement section. But it literally has it has a ton of moves. So it's not bad. It's really not bad. Anyways, we have good typing, like I said, or Earthquake and Poltergeist. Stab hits like a truck, really good. Good typing. And then we have Stealth Rock. Now, Stealth Rock, I put it as a pro. Obviously, I mean, most ground types have it. But I kind of think of Golurk as a Nidoking, where it hits like a truck, so no one wants to stay into it. So it's an offensive rocker. Obviously not as good as Nidoking, most would say, but you know what? It's definitely not bad for tier 4. Alright, let's move on to cons now. So, there aren't many cons, but I will talk about them. No pivot. I put it here because honestly, it's true, it doesn't have any kind of pivot, not even baton pass. So, you probably will be losing momentum if something comes out like a Vaporeon that can take a hit. And then it can easily go for flip turn because you don't want to stay in. You'll be losing momentum, but besides stuff like that, it's pretty strong. We have no priority. This is a little annoying because, again, it hits so hard. If it had something like Sucker Punch or a Shadow Sneak. Shadow Sneak fits perfectly on this Pokemon. I think it'd be really good to put either of those on it. Then we have that it's slow. So 55 base speed, pretty slow. If it was even at like 65 or like 70 would be great, but yeah, 55 is, it definitely kind of screws it over. And then semi-frail, I put it here, it's really not that frail, but if you're not going defensive on it, it's surprising how little it can take. But the other one that I did want to add on here was it's very weak against Pokemon with no item. For instance, let's take Delmise. Well, if you're running Poltergeist and it has no item, Delmise can easily come in. It will not take damage, obviously, because that's how Poltergeist works. And your other moves are usually like Close Combat, Earthquake. You usually do want to run Ice Punch, but if the Delmise is at full, or around full, even at like 50%, you probably don't want to stay in and die, because Delmise will kill you with like Power Whip or Poltergeist of its own. So yeah, it definitely kind of cripples it because of how Poltergeist works. But if they don't bring an itemless Pokemon that can counter it, like an itemless Ghost type, then I think you're in the clear. Okay, so now we go on to improvements here. So improvements are, obviously, like I said, priority. We gave it Shadow Sneak or Sucker Punch, anything like that. I think that would be awesome. Give it Spikes. You can give it Spikes. Honestly, I don't think it'll do much for it because it has 4 move syndrome. It can't really fit many moves on its setup. On its hazard set, but yeah, more setup. It does have stuff like Iron Defense and Rock Polish, but I was thinking maybe like Swords Dance could be interesting. It would still be slow at that point, but it's not bad. Honestly, I just put more setup because I couldn't think of anything besides like give it better stats, and I'm trying to avoid that with improvements. So yeah, I'm really not sure how to improve Golurk in terms of, let's try not to break the Pokemon, besides like priority, and I guess give it like pivot or something like U-turn or baton pass or something. That besides that, I mean, there really is nothing. But you guys let me know in the comments if you think of anything that could definitely help it out here. And yeah, that's it for the slides, and I will cut to now the sets, so I'll see you guys then. Yo, what's going on, guys? Alright, so real quick, you guys probably are seeing this right after the Golurk slides and everything. So just gonna say this is gonna be maybe 4 months after I did that. So I recorded that and then stopped the recording and recorded the sets, and I lost the set recordings, so we're just gonna go over the sets that I may have had. I actually don't, I think they're gone too, all the sets and everything. So starting here at the main set, this is a main set you'll probably see in a lot of builds, especially on the ladder and stuff like that. We have Choice Banded, No Guard, Golurk. No Guard is nice. Poltergeist can hit. It's really the main reason why you run No Guard. Then we have Earthquake, obviously. Poltergeist Earthquake is super strong on Golurk. We have Close Combat, which is very good as well. And then we have Trick. Trick, obviously, for the Choice Band. Very basic EVs and stuff. Okay. Punchy Boy here. Mainly I just made Iron Fist. You can put whatever you want here. I put Thunder Punch and Ice Punch just to show that these moves get boosted. You can also have something like a Shadow Punch here that also does the same thing. It gets boosted. It is weaker, so I would say only run Shadow Punch personally if you need it for if you think that they're not going to run an item, right? Okay. Next mon here is next set here is a Rock Polish Weakness Policy set. You'll see this a few times. I've seen this a few times. It does work. It is very strong. All you need is Rock Polish Weakness Policy. You get that Weakness Policy off, and then Earthquake, Poltergeist, Close Combat. Really the only coverage you need, so very, very good set. You can mess around with EVs and stuff like that. I didn't do that. A lot of these EVs are very generic, or they don't even have EVs, so yeah. No Guard Dynamic Punch, self-explanatory. Choice Banded No Guard Dynamic Punch breaks through things. You can also run Stone Edge on this set, because then that won't miss. You can run Poltergeist, obviously that won't miss as well. And Earthquake is just always good, but if you're afraid, or you know, if grassy terrain could be up that game, you can also run High Horsepower instead of this, which could be useful. Then we have Choice Scarf. I just put Scarf here, but you can do anything here. Klutz. This is Klutz Trick. If you don't know what Klutz does, the Pokemon's held item has no effect except Macho Brace. Fling cannot be used. So basically, you can trick your held item. Like, let's say you use Earthquake, or I don't know, Close Combat, for example. You use Close Combat, and then something comes out and frisks you and sees that you have a Scarf. Oh, Gorgeist comes out, sees that you have a Scarf. Oh, perfect. I could just stay in and, I don't know, set up a Leech Seed. Then you... Right, yeah, okay. Then, sorry, I was just thinking. Then you trick them a Scarf, and now they're stuck in with using Leech Seed. You go out into your Grass type, whatever you want to do. There's also like Choice Band, Choice Specs. You could go like Iron Ball to make their speed halved, and now you can let's say something comes in like a Corviknight. You can trick them an Iron Ball. I mean, obviously you could trick them an Iron Ball without Klutz, but let's say you use Earthquake and the Corviknight comes in. Boom, Iron Ball. Okay. You trick them, and now you could hit them with Earthquakes, because that's how Iron Ball works. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty sure. Well, you can also do this with what's that thing called? Man, I can't even remember. Not eject button. Target. Yeah, ring target. It'll stop the holder's immunities from working, except it's kind of dangerous with Golurk because obviously you have 3 immunities. But yeah, pretty interesting Klutz trick combination. You usually see this with stuff like Lopunny, but it's interesting. I don't know, good work. And this is other things you could see with this mon. You have Heavy Slam, High Horsepower, but we already went over that. So like Heat Crash also works. You can see that for like grass types. You can see it running rocks if the opponent needs rocks up or wants rocks up. It does obviously have rocks here. And then we have Shadow Punch. Again, we already went over that move. Maybe something like Dark Flare. It can also be here. I've seen it also run Gravity. Gravity to stop those ground immunities, because you use Gravity. Again, if let's say a Corviknight comes in, then you click Earthquake. It does a good chunk to it. But yeah, that is it for the sets, and that's it for Golurk. Let me know down below what you guys want to see next time. Again, I don't know what I said in the first half of the video, and yeah, but I am trying to get some more low tier legends out to you guys. I really want to do that because low tier legends is a big thing for me. I love to do them. I just don't have a lot of time. But I'm thinking maybe I'll stream less and do more low tier legends. I think that'll be a fun idea. But yeah, guys, let me know. Let me know what mons you want to see next. I do have a few in mind. I'll probably be making them as this goes up. But yeah, guys, I will see you guys next time. Peace.